Hi everyone, welcome to the Saro Academy session 5. So today we'll be talking about non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases. Dear friends, in the last talk we understood about atherogenic diabetes dyslipidemia and try to understand also about insulin resistance and its role in fatty liver diseases and diabetes dyslipidemia. So we are now coming to our main topic where our drug will be promoted. Saroglitazar will be promoted in this disease. So we will be understanding non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases. So we understood that metabolic conditions or atherogenic dyslipidemia leads to fat deposition in liver. So non-alcoholic fatty liver, how do you define it? So what are the parameters used to define that yes, this patient has fatty liver? So there has to be four conditions. What are the four conditions? So first condition is liver fat. So liver fat should be more than 5%. So if the liver fat is more than 5%, you can call this as fatty liver. So how is this confirmed? This can be confirmed with the help of histology, which means watching the liver cells in microscope, and with the help of imaging. Okay, so the liver fat should be more than 5% in imaging or in histology. Second important point is presence of insulin resistance. Okay, so these two conditions should be present. One is fat more than 5%. Second condition is presence of insulin resistance. Now let's see the third condition to define non-alcoholic fatty liver. So the third condition is the alcohol consumption should not be dangerous. Okay, so it should be in a limit which is can be considered as non-dangerous level of alcohol consumption. That should eliminate the alcohol consumption. So what is the dangerous level of alcohol consumption? It's being kept as greater than 30 grams per day for men and greater than 80 grams per day for women. This is called as dangerous level of alcohol consumption. Also it can be called as more than 4 drinks per week for men and more than 7 drinks per week for men. So you have to rule out that a person should not have, I am saying should not have, dangerous level of alcohol consumption to be called as non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. Okay, so first thing was liver fat greater than 5%. Second thing was insulin resistance. Third thing is alcohol consumption should not be dangerous. And fourth thing is you exclude other causes of fatty liver. What can be the other causes? The most common cause is alcohol abuse. So most common cause of fatty liver is dangerous level of alcohol consumption, which we have seen above. So you exclude all these things. Okay, alcohol abuse, hepatitis, viral hepatitis, drug, any dangerous drug which can cause fatty liver, or genetic diseases. So if you have excluded all these causes, if the person is not taking dangerous level of alcohol, if, then the patient have greater than 5% fat and there is insulin resistance, you will call it as a non-alcoholic fatty liver. Okay, so now what are the types or of non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases? So dear friends, this is a spectrum of disorder. It will have certain types. Okay, so on the left figure it indicates the normal liver. Okay, and this is the histology. In histology what it is showing is a normal, this is the normal liver histology. Okay, so non-alcoholic fatty liver disease now will have first thing which is called as steatosis. So steatosis means fat deposition in the liver. Steatosis. So this is called as non-alcoholic fatty liver. So here if you see the histology, there will be fat deposition in the liver. This is the histology showing fat deposition. So non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases will have first spectrum or include three or four things. First is steatosis, okay, which is fat depositions. So now what is the second in the umbrella of NAFLD? So the first thing in the umbrella was NAFL. What is the second thing? Second thing is called as steatohepatitis. So steato means fat, hepatitis means inflammation. So this is called as non-alcoholic steatohepatitis or NASH. So here if you see the histology, it will have fat deposition as well as the purple colored cell here, which are the inflammatory cells, okay, WBCs, lymphocytes. So histology will show fat deposition as well as the inflammatory markers. Okay, what is the third in under the umbrella of NAFLD? The third thing is cirrhosis. So cirrhosis will show fibrosis or fat deposition in the liver. This is the fibrosis or fiber deposition, fibrous tissue deposition will be there in the histology. So this is the umbrella of NAFLD, which includes NAFL or non-alcoholic fatty liver. The second piece is non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, and third piece is cirrhosis, which will show fibrosis. So this is the umbrella of non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So now what is the prevalence? Overall prevalence is 38%. I mean the 38% population in India will show non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. However, if the patient has metabolic conditions in the form of obesity or diabetes, the prevalence increases. So what it can mean is, in a patient which has a high level of insulin resistance or obesity or type 2 diabetes, they will show high prevalence of non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases. Okay, so that is what it means. This is overall prevalence and 38%. However, 58% is the prevalence in metabolic conditions. The patients who are at high risk will show high prevalence. Okay, so this is the metabolic conditions such as type 2 diabetes, obesity, dyslipidemia, and hypertension. So there was a study which showed that association of metabolic condition with NAFLD. So obesity showed an association of very high 90% association, okay, so of NAFLD. So 90% patients with NAFLD will show obesity. So there is a high association of obesity with non-alcoholic fatty liver diseases. Similarly, you can see that there is a very high association of other metabolic conditions in the form of type 2 diabetes, okay, and polycystic ovarian diseases, and one of the very important piece is high triglyceridemia. This is high triglyceridemia. So these are the conditions which show very high association. So now what is the stages of liver damage? Why do you want to treat? Because healthy liver, in case of non-alcoholic fatty liver, it will progress to non-alcoholic fatty liver in close to 30% of the patient, which is the prevalence. NAFL will progress to NASH, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis, which will progress to cirrhosis, and which can progress to hepatocellular carcinoma. So dear friends, the normal liver can progress very much to the cirrhosis as indicated by this diagram, which can finally lead to cancer, which will either require a liver transplant or a death. So that is the reason you have to treat non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So thank you dear friends. Let's stay tuned for the next session.